I'm George Galloway. I'm the leader of the Workers' Party, and I was, very briefly, too briefly, the Member of Parliament for Rochdale, but I have left a lot of seats in the ground. And since I lost the Rochdale parliamentary election, our party has grown and grown and grown, to the extent that we have 2 councillors, both with big majorities, and we are gunning for Labour in the Rochdale Town Council elections next May. And of course, the centre of our campaign is the 2 wards that we already hold. One of those is the Central Ward, where our candidates are extremely busy looking for your support come next May. We were very lucky to have as our candidate last time my good friend Councillor Farooq, who had the trust of a huge number of people in the ward and won a thumping victory over the discredited Labour Party, the genocide Labour Party, the Labour Party that has backed Netanyahu through every twist and bloody turn of this whole genocidal 2 years. Councillor Farooq was a great victory for us, and we are determined that it will be followed by another victory in the Central Ward with our candidate Wakar. But first I'm going to ask our councillor Farooq to say a few words in introduction of his running mate. And if we get 2 of the councillors in Central Ward, I promise you, we will change everything in that ward. All the spending decisions will change. The way in which people are treated by the council will change. We're determined to clean the town hall clock, not literally, although Farooq could probably climb up that steeple and clean it. Actually, we are determined to root out the cronyism, the corruption, and the complete inattention and contempt that the ordinary voter is treated with in the town council. We're determined to clean that up. And if we can get Wakar into the council alongside Farooq, I promise you, big things will change. So let me introduce my good friend, Councillor Farooq. He's known to everybody in the Central Ward, but he deserves to be known by everybody in the town. Very good to see you again. Maybe you want to, I'll step aside. You say a few words about Wakar.
Thank you, George, for the amazing introduction. It's hard to follow George's footsteps on that. So I'm going to try my best anyway. But it is important that we need a change. We need a change. It's about time. This council is absolutely disgusting with the people who are running this council. They have destroyed the town. And, they've been telling lies. They've been constantly telling lies. Me and Councillor Minam, who are on the council, we are seeing firsthand on what these guys are doing. And I tell you, they're not doing a good job, right? So this is a chance now to make the change, make the difference. As George said, he's planted some seeds here. This is going to become a massive forest, a forest of Workers' Party fighting this election, not just the local election and general election around the country, and we are going to make a change because people are fed up with Labour. Labour are a disgusting bunch of individuals, right? I won't even have creatures. I'm not going to name to put their names to because they are just appalling, things. Well, this is where we need Wakar, who's going to be standing with us, who's going to be standing and fighting what's right. We're going to fight for what's right and for the right cause for our area. And there's a lot of things that need doing. We need to bring it back, the youth service, youth centres in the area. We've got the crime rate has gone up because there's not enough policing on our streets. Fly tipping is horrendous. Wherever you look, it's absolutely disgusting, from back alleys to streets, you name it, even the canal, right? It's absolutely appalling. And you say this council doing a good job. According to the council report, in the last full council report, they've had 0 complaints. This is 0 complaints. The pack of lies they put in. It's that is rubbish, right? And literally rubbish everywhere. The rubbish is coming out of their mouths. Rubbish is out everywhere in this town. Now it's time to clean up this town, and this is why we need Waqar who's going to be standing with us in Central Ward And in other wards as well, we need worker parties, councillors on this council soon as. Thank you.
And you see the difference that Councillor Farooq has made with just him and Councillor Manam on the council. The council are terrified of new blood coming into the town hall with an agenda for the people. They have gotten used to ruling for their own benefit. I don't want to say too much, but they've all benefited massively, and the people benefited scarcely at all. If you think of the difference our two councillors have made, and imagine another one, another two, another 10 joining them, I promise you, Rochdale will be changed, and for the better. Wakar, introduce yourself to the public, please.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Councillor Farooq. So I'm Waqar Khan. I'll be standing for the Central Ward in Rochdale. A lot of it's been covered from Councillor Farooq, who's been in the community for the last 30 years. With myself, I've been campaigning for a long time with Farooq. He's one of my mentors as well, who's taught me how through the political side of things. So my aim is to keep it brief, to come back and let's take this area back to basics. 20 years back, when I was young, there was a lot more facilities. 20 years on, our children have nothing. So I want to start off with tidying the area up. I get it, there's alligators there. The council said that they can't go in and clean these areas. We're physically cleaning the areas for people. So it's time to make a change. It's time to bring back our basics, bring back the youth groups, residentials, trips, bring the community cohesion together, and let's make a difference again.
Absolutely. And don't forget, it doesn't end at your ward. It doesn't even end at your town. We're fighting Labour because they are mass killers. They're supporting the mass killing of Palestinian children. That alone, never mind their complete incompetence, their absolute contempt for ordinary people, that alone would be a reason for getting rid of them. Are you really going to reward the people who, until this very minute, are still sending weapons to Netanyahu to murder people? How are you going to explain that on the Judgment Day? So, let's get a big victory for Waqar Khan in the Central Ward in May in the local council elections. I promise you, you will never regret it.